From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Houston Texans. First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. And his first pass is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Miami defense. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing now is Stroud. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston on to punt for Houston. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. A man who is both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Option handoff now to Achane. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. You can look at the defense for these Texans.
Well, they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL. And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Got it. 3rd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Not quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. When they failed on that 3rd down play, that brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how deep it...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tanner Conner. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd and 6. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
2nd and 2. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Bryant. Ready.
A give, running right, Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll set up to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, and he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. The run there on first down, going to get them 5 up to the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. The Texans had 0-1 of the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Come on, come on. Hey.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Panther Street, Panther Street.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. And now an audible here into something else. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Mama jump.
2nd and 10.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Stroud on 3rd down now. To the right side and caught by Dell. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line.
70 Ranger.
Play action. Stroud now. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
There's Evans again, complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Stroud will look to throw once more. And this is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stroud out of the gun here. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down and inches. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Cut 19. Go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
19 tight. 79 Broncos.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
60 Bobcats.
Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line.
Panther 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Achane gets it from the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Texans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 34 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Stroud. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This 2nd and 4.
18, Pioneer. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. That is caught by Dell. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Stroud to throw it. Now he's flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Right there, right there.
Stroud looking to throw. Touchdown! Takedown as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And now the rookie's free. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
What's always interesting about situations like this is that in both locker rooms, both staffs were preaching a quick start. One of them actually got it done.
Ready,
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 7. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
7 Pirates, 19 Lions, win, trap 50,
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 4. Again, it's Achane. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. They'll run for it with Achane. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Grab ball 80. Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
After another really nice run, this is where defense coordinator earns his money. His guys have been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try and find a way to take the ball away from them?
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Dragon 60. Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
Check pass, check pass.
They'll run. Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching it point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here comes third down and 7.
Cut 19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Throwing now is Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Come on.
From the 46, here's second down and a yard.
Go check, go check.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
In motion, Hill. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Going with the down. Defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 79 Broncos. Go.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to grab catch passes with people trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Warrior 70.
Now back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 7. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else.
18, pioneer.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cam Smith. Well, he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. Some people may say the strongest, but that can also have a downside occasionally, and here he's intercepted.
Yeah, when we talk about strong arms, being able to throw it deep downfield doesn't necessarily take the strongest. It takes more of the timing type of a quarterback. And it's great to be able to take your shot, but when it hangs up there just a bit too long, you put it in jeopardy. And in this case, it was intercepted.
Okay, ready?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Let's go now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Back to throw. That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. 3. 70 Ranger. Go.
He'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Right there, right there.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Check, Bobcat.
Now Stroud. To the right side and caught by Dell. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got the first as they bring him down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now here's Stroud. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins are on their way to a 2-0 start. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go.
This is 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And got his man complete.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now Stroud. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Let's go now.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Check smash. Check smash.
Stroud to throw it. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
Get ready.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Here we go. Strike.
And they'll indeed take a knee. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile